Hi friends, hi student. I am Tiwari. Today in the 10th class, the lesson from the civics power sharing, and this is second lecture which is going on. The forms of power sharing we are going to discuss. So student, I want to tell you the forms of power sharing. Number one is horizontal distribution. Second is vertical distribution of the power sharing. Next one is power sharing among the political groups. Next one is the power sharing among the various social groups. In the first, we will see the horizontal distribution of power sharing. This is the distribution among the legislature, executive, judiciary. Legislature means the parliament, and there are two types of the houses. They are known as Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And the second one is the executive body and judiciary. So it make the laws, that implement the laws, and that check the laws. So their collective function are known as a check and balance system. How? Because the laws are made in the parliament, and the judges which are appointed from the executive body, so they check all the laws of the legislature, and they also check the process of implementation of the executive body. So in such a way they are just check and balance with each other. So this is known as a check and balance system. Next one is the vertical distribution of the power sharing, where we will see the union level, state level and local level. So there are the three layers. We can see well the national level, the state level and the local level. Local level means the you'll say very small unit of the local government system in our country, that is called the village assembly. And the biggest unit of the democracy in our country, it is the parliament. That is very important things. So parliament which make the laws for the entire countries, and state assembly that make the laws for the entire states, and local assembly means village assembly that make the laws for the one village only. So this is collective work are known as a level of the government. So there are three levels, and their distribution of power according to the subject list. As I told you, all the students, there are 4 subject lists, especially the 3 list, the union list, state list and the concurrent list, which decide the function between the central government and state government. And the 4th list, that is known as known as a list, it is known as a residuary subject, where all the subjects which are not studied by the any list, either list, so they are studied in the 4th subject list. That is very important things. Power sharing among the political groups, so it is a the kind of political parties, movement groups and the pressure groups. They come in the power through the election and hold the power according to the gaining majority, and they run the country, make the laws for the entire country or the state or any kind of the way. Movement groups, they demonstrate the issues which are raised by the public, and they highlight these issues in the acknowledgement of the government, so that they can just bring the acknowledgement of the ruling parties, so that the government, if they have left any issues which they have just highlight in their manifesto, so in such a way this is the duty and the responsibility of the movement groups. Next one is pressure groups. They pressurize the government on the government, and they also pressurize for that level to make the laws in favor of sometimes for their benefit. So some groups which are working or functioning as a movement groups or pressure groups, but they have decided to come in the politics, such as AAP party. So student, you have to tell the name of that you will say other party which were functioning as a movement groups, but they have later joined the politics and they became the very successful party of India. The earlier name of the AAP party as a movement groups was the India Against Corruption. When they highlight some issues like the Lokpal bill and so many other you will say issues, they highlighted through their movements. And 4th one is the power sharing among the social groups. So it is the minorities, economic deprived communities, various communities, linguistic groups, social groups and so many other groups. Women also take share in the power, because minorities, they comes they share the power as a SCs, STs and OBCs, and they also get some reservation from the you will say constitution in such a way, so they take share in the power. indirectly. Economic deprived communities, which are very weaker communities, weaker section in our society, they also getting the benefit, and they also sharing in the government, sharing in the power sharing. Various communities like the linguistic groups, like the communities government in the Belgium, because some linguistic groups, when they have not getting any chance, so this is the right way to involve them in the power sharing. So this is the community government which acknowledge them and empower them to just show their talent in the government. Women also take part through the reservations, and they also actively participating in the rural government, where they are getting the 1/3 reservation. And Bihar is the state where it has providing them the 50% or more than 50% of the reservation to the state women. And various ways the women also taking part in the power sharing, such as the women commission and so many other program has been organized for the betterment of the women. So in such a way we have better understand the forms of power sharing. If any kind of the doubt, you can ask me. If any kind of the confusion, you can ask me also, comment it. And student, I want to tell very important things to all of you, that just focus over your writing, because writing is very important tool while you are appearing any questions in the exam. So hope student you enjoyed the video lecture, and thank you to listening me and watching me.